finally got around to welding the bases on the hinged hoopy thing, and that's kind of what they look like. There's a big gigantic Delrin bushing inside that little piece. I need to get the couple of clamp pinch bolts there on each side, but the rigging pin is installed. Just for test fit, I haven't bent the cotter pins out, but it lines up really, really well. And I just need to figure out how I'm going to do the block and tackle system to hoist this thing up. There's been a lot of suggestions that I've talked to people about, and not sure which one I like the best. So it'll take a minute for me to decide. Still like to be able to do it with a single rope, because it makes more sense to me. I swear it's been a year, over a year. It's been over a year since this thing has been removed. And I did all of the fiberglass work here. And today I got all of the bow, ram, anchor, roller, chain plate holes drilled up. These two in the side were a little bit fiddly, so Adrian came and I asked him for his help and he just did it, so yay. But yeah, all the holes line up, and we'll get some schmoo under the thing in the next couple of days. I need to get the bolts for it, but once that's on, then I can get the forestay back installed, which will be great, because then I'll have more mast support. So here I have a guide coat on the port bow, and I'm gonna give just a good sanding today. Hopefully, with any luck, I can get at least back to the chain plate area. Maybe further aft would be great, but I would like to get to the chain plate area on both port and starboard side, so that I can get these chain plates permanently mounted and not have to worry about that stuff. I do have the bolts ordered and they're on the way, and so get to polishing. So I started with 320 grit here, and it did a really good job. There's just a few little like swirl marks and stuff like that here periodically that need a little bit of additional work. Some little bits that I missed the first go around, but I think that's all fine. The only other thing is it did take a little bit of time to get this sanded down, and you know, I still have a little bit more, but I think for this part, this is all, the whole boat's been sanded down with 80 grit. I think I'll try 240 first and see if that doesn't speed up the process, because I think 180 is completely unnecessary. I think I can eliminate that whole grit entirely, and it'll actually produce a really good finish, because this is very nice, very smooth, very, very, very fair. So and then I'll have to hand sand, of course, the cove stripe. I went over this area from up and over the bulwarks down to this dark line with 240. It definitely sped up the process of getting the swirl marks out, and you can see these swirl marks like right there, and so that's kind of what I'm sanding out. And so I just redid the guide coat. I'm going to hit this with 320 again, so we'll see how well the 240 did. So I've got this entire area here, the bow sanded down to 320. I'm going to start with 400 since I have the platform kind of down low, and then maybe do 400 and 600 on the lower section, raise the platform 400, 600, and we'll see if that gets the rest of the scratches out. It's looking really, really good. So it's taking much longer than I want. I was hoping to get half the boat done today. Probably not going to happen. So I got the whole bow section here on this side, and then down and around the stem, all sanded down to 600 up over the bulwark. So I know I sanded this section before, but it was not such a great job. So then I'm on to the second section. Hopefully, I did sand through. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's like right there. One tiny little spot. So that's in the cove stripe, not really a big deal. Just fix it and add a bunch of gel coat back to it. No big deal, no problem. And then, yeah, so I'm on to the second section. The third section, I believe, let's walk, will be into, hi Adrian! Third section will be into the chain plates right there. And hopefully I can get at least back to that chain plate. Did a bunch of sanding yesterday and I got not even halfway as where I wanted. Just ran out of daylight, etc, etc. It all looks good right up until this point. And I don't know what happened, but there I sanded through, and there I sanded through, and there, and there, and I haven't seen anywhere else, but I have a sneaking suspicion that there's probably more very thin areas. I just can't see. So, I mean, just in the light yesterday, I couldn't see any of this. Yeah. And then I got to the chain plate area, and I got it down to 320. So I have the 400 and 600 to sand this, but all of this forward of this little guide coat line, this is all down to 600. So that's like ready to polish, except for, you know, that. So awesome. Harold, you look like a tree hugger.
I've got one little issue.
Go ahead.
While we're right here, I need you to undo this one so we can pull it up here and get it out from in between my thing.
Oh, you're wrapped. I see it.
Tied one line on one side of it and one line on the other.
Got it. One of the tasks we have to do is adding this chain or making it much longer. So Adrian, in his expeditious awesomeness, has already done this side, and we've eliminated that tiny chunk of chain, which is this kind of comical stuff down here. So we'll get that swapped out. We'll chop up a new chunk of chain out of this giant pile.
You can grab it again, and it's going to have to go over the boom to get back to where it was.
Got it. And all of this, Harold has been up the mast now. I think, does that look right?
Yeah.
Okay. Harold has been up the mast now for probably an hour. I'm getting tangled here. Well, production. Okay. So this is the jack line. He just rerouted up there. He's way up the mast. Okay, so let's get this thing pinned. It's the worst pin ever. How's that, Harold? Okay, cleated. And that's that. That would be the lazy jacks here. What else has he got? What else you got, Harold?
Swap out this halyard so then we can take this other halyard down and start back. You can actually have the other halyard.
Okay.
You know, start mucking around with that bow net idea.
Right. Here we are aboard the Cassiopeia 2. And we're gonna do some more work. It's another day's of work. I didn't really get a lot of video of all the stuff we did, so I built this pretty cool little net dealy bopper thingy for this 12-foot bowsprit. They are currently working on the headstay. They're switching it up to try to get the headstay connection down lower, and hopefully that will allow the sail to actually not be it was like 3 feet above the sprit, which means the sail would stack up from there all the way up to here. So that's not really going to work out so well. So then let's see, other stuff. We did pretty much all of the rigging. We still have this one. Got to cut some chain up and do that one. But we did all of these shrouds we got installed. And those shrouds we got fixed, I guess. Is that what we did? That one installed. And then we're doing a new halyard. We got like 12 million things going on at the same time. So Harold only needs to go up the mast once. We got the main mast kind of centered-ish. There's Harold. Yeah.
Yay.
We got
Rigging.
all of the main mast chain and stuff all set up and tuned, and I think that's where we want it. Right? The cap shrouds, the forward, the lowers, the
Yep.
everything's that's where we want, right? Tension seems acceptable.
Interesting.
What happened? Because both are the same.
That one used to go there. That's where the wire went through the hole. And I think that one used to go there. Those two there.
So you did half and half.
But I didn't really have an half lower.
Okay.
Now we have an half lower and a forward lower. It makes more sense for the rig. And an upper. We got a spare. Things like that.
just for giggles.
So anyway, just this one more time, Pete.
Oh,
This
right.
is how you do it. You just take something.
So he's got a halyard that goes up there. It's mostly in the middle.
You go like this, and yep, it's about there. Then you go like this, and yep, it might need to go a little bit more this way.
But it's
Oh, wait, no, I was hung up.
again. Oh, sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
No, there you go. It's perfect.
This thing was in the way. Go ahead. Now do it again.
Okay.
Production.
Yep, pretty perfect. Yay!
Yeah. Well, wait. Check it, because you were bound up.
Okay. Is it good? Up top.
Yep, you're clear.
Yeah.
That's pretty spot on, right?
Pretty spot on.
Okay. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of rig tuning when we go for a sail anyway, right?
Probably. You know,
Over the years.
over the years.
All
Close
of the
enough to
years.
where now we can chalk the main mast where it comes through the deck.
Right. Again.
And yeah, and I've already done it kind of permanently with the foremast. So if we have to tweak the foremast, then I'm gonna have to take it all out and redo it.
Well, now back up, because I think. Okay, so halyard on the foremast, and you can kind of see the masts are not parallel. It looks like the foremast is actually bumped over that way a little bit. So Harold's checking it.
Needs to come this way
It
too.
is, in fact. So, okay.
That much.
So that's a fair amount.
Yikes, that's a fair amount for it. But you know what?
Do we got to mess with the chocks?
No, probably not, because I remember when I was up at the mast, I could tell that it was bent this way.
So it might just be.
Let the bend out of it.
We're gonna let the well, and if you look at the turnbuckles. Look, these ones are crazy closed compared to that side.
Yeah, true as well. That's another hint.
So
Even
that's-
though, you know, all of this rigging was done by the goofballs that we got the so,
Right.
you know. But yeah, that is another hint that this thing needs to go that way.
Right.
So we can go ahead and do the same thing that we just did to the main mast.
Okay.
And,
You want to do that now before you go up, or what?
if we can do it, you know, while I'm up, it doesn't matter.
So we've got to run this irritating generator so that we have enough power to run the windlass, which we're using to haul Harold up the mast again. So we did this 2 days ago, and here he is back again, finishing up with the rigging. So he's redone the upper triadic, which is this one, and the lower triadic, which I don't know if you can see it, but he let it go, and it's like kind of dangling up here on the main mast. So the foremast has two triadics, which is kind of a weird setup, but that's the way this boat is rigged. And we need to fix the lower triadic now, which means he'll have to go up this mast again. And you'll probably have to, yeah, then you'll have to come back up this one to hook up the triadic, pull it over. Yeah, so super fun times. Hopefully he gets some of this stuff done. I think one of the other tasks was, this is the head stay here, right here. And this is gonna be, he's gonna be re-rigging this from the top side so that it doesn't stand so far off the bowsprit. And then the sail can actually, you know, come down here. And he's working on that right now, I think. And then we'll get to doing the head stay here shortly. Well, at least trying to. Okay, so this is crushing. This is the jib, and the head of the jib right here needed a little bit of this Fixamo stuff here. Super sticky. It was a little worn through, so that's there. And then this is the staysail. And we've got a couple of little spots here that I need some minor repair. Apparently, get this thing set up for flying here probably in the next few minutes. Yeah, but it's the first time it's been up in 3 years. Did you tie the jib sheets on? Perfect. The sail needed to be washed anyway. Look at that. That is one cute little sail. That thing is tiny.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Hey, Pete, you want to go out there on the end and pull it back down?
No.
Okay. Well, then come hold the halyard so I can go out on the end and pull it back down.
Oh. I was production.
Okay, good production. Yay, guys! First sail up in ages and ages and ages.
Yeah.
Yay for us.
That is the first sail up in ages and ages, isn't it?
Crew, look at that.
It looks like something.
All right. We've got all of our standing rigging done. I mean, this is amazing.
We're sailing, sort of.
Let me know when.
Okay.
When?
Ease her down.
Okay, you're
Oh.
standing on it.
Foot cleat. Now, do you have the rope, Harold?
No, I don't. I couldn't find it. It wasn't where I had turned.